Hey, this is Adam Torres, and I'm here to tell you that it has never been easier to start your very own podcast. At Mission Matters, our goal is to amplify stories that matter. That means we want to help you start your podcast because your story matters. We can do this in 3 different ways. 1, join our podcast school and take a free or paid course. 2, visit our resources page where we've already figured out what you need, such as where to host your podcast. Or 3, heck, we can even do everything for you through our podcast agency, including editing for cheaper than you can do in-house. Oh, and no contract, service is month to month. Get started by heading over to missionmatters.com and click on Start a Podcast. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Luxury Podcast, your source for all things luxury and lifestyle. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Rob Shumay on the line. He's Vice President over at Carico International. Rob, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Adam. Pleasure to be here.
All right, Rob, so I'm excited to get into today's topic. So we're going to do a deep dive on some of Carico's products, but before we do that, I'd like to go a little bit further into the company. So tell us a little bit more about Carico International, please.
Carico was started in 1967 by Richard Capadonna, and he has, for those 50-plus years, been ahead of the curve on a lot of health trends. And I look forward to talking to you about a few of those things and showing the foresight that he has had.
So, Rob, let's just dive right in. So I want to get into some of these products and what makes them unique. I mean, where do you want to start with this topic?
Well, I'd like to start with bottled water and how our water filter can help people both save money and save the environment.
Let's do it. Dive right in.
Okay. First of all, everyone is well aware of the problems with drinking water. And by problems with drinking water, I mean the large number of contaminants that are in the drinking water. We've seen in Flint, Michigan, the high level of lead in the water. And we've all learned from that lead can have serious impact on the development of the human brain, and especially how it affects children. We've seen a large number of pharmaceuticals in the water, which water treatment facilities cannot remove. And we've seen a lot of the higher incidence of breast cancer that have been tied to those. And so we actually make our water filters in the United States. The stainless steel housings are made in California. The cartridges are made here in the U.S. as well, in Michigan. We have a patented technology that allows us to remove about 90% of the known pharmaceuticals in the water, as well as everything down to 0.2 microns. That means you could take our filter down to Mexico, drink the water, and come back healthy as you felt when you left the U.S. But one of the most amazing things is if you talk to people that, yes, we know that the water's bad, they turn to something that's convenient and easy, which is bottled water. And we've all done it. It is convenient, I have to admit. But there are a lot of things about bottled water that are bad. For example, bottled water companies are not regulated nor are they required to do any type of testing on a regular basis. I think the requirement is once a year to test the safety of the water that they're doing. The other thing is, if I asked you, Adam, if you left a bottle of water sitting on the dashboard of your car, even the front seat of your car for a day or two, would you drink it several days later?
I would. I'm not going to lie. I would do it.
Okay.
Do it, Rob. I'll bite because I'm not going to lie. I would do it. I probably did that today.
Right. Most people would say, no, of course not. You know, if it's been baking in the sun for a couple of days.
But I'm not lying. I do.
I understand
most people would lie. Go ahead.
But I don't think you're going to after we finish talking, though.
Oh,
because
man.
What happens is the sunlight breaks down that plastic in the bottle. And if you take a look at microplastics and you do a quick search, they have just found in the most remote places on the earth, microplastics are present. And they found in human bodies, we're consuming microplastics. And a lot of it is from the breakdown of these water bottles. And sunlight exasperates that. But before it even sat on your car, Adam, it sat on a truck from the bottled water factory to some warehouse. It sat in the warehouse. Then it went on another truck to get delivered to a store where it sat in the store before it made it to the shelf. So my point is that bottled water's already sat in that heat and started the process of breaking down. And so people don't think about that. But, Adam, I have a concern about the environment for my kids. And, you know, we like to think that we can do easy things to help the environment. Well, bottled water is one of the worst things for the environment. And people don't think about this, but for every gallon of bottled water it takes to make, it takes 4 to do what is needed to fill that 1 gallon. And, Rob, how could you say that? Well, you got to go all the way back to the extraction process of the petroleum to make the plastic bottle. Water's used in that. All the way through to when they make the actual bottle, they have to rinse the bottle to make sure that it's clean. So a lot of water gets wasted in this. And at any given time, there's 40,000 18-wheel trucks on the road doing nothing but delivering bottled water. And so the environmental impact is really significant. And I'm building up to something here because now I'm going to switch from the environment to the cost. And I stopped at the store yesterday and on my way to work, and I wanted to check what the bottled water prices are. And the cheapest in the store was $1.29, and the most expensive was $2.50. And those were for 20 ounces of water. Okay? Now, if I translate that into a gallon, it's $7.70 a gallon, or for the cheapest, and $14.70 for the most expensive. I rounded the numbers there a little bit. But Adam, if I told you that you were going to pay $7 for a gallon of gas, or I told most people that they were going to pay that, I think people would be upset.
Yes, 100%.
Now, I also then took the current price of water where we are located in Fort Lauderdale, and for 0 to 3,000 gallons, I can buy water for $2.45. So the price difference is astronomical. That breaks down to under a thousandth of a penny for a gallon of water if I can get it out of the tap versus $14.76 if I buy the most expensive bottled water at the store I went to. And so we have the bottled water. It's expensive. We know there's microplastics in it. It's not regulated. What's the solution? Well, we have our water filter that removes all of these contaminants, as I said, down to 0.2 microns. The beauty of it is because we make it in stainless steel, it has a lifetime warranty, meaning once you put this in, it's going to be there for as long as you own the house or live in the house. You can easily take it with you when you move. But the return on investment on this, if the average family buys, I think the last statistic I saw was 30.6 gallons of bottled water a year, which is about $250 at the cheapest level. It doesn't take long for you to pay off an investment in a good water filter. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I people also with bottled water, do you wash your vegetables in the bottled water? Most people don't. Mm-hmm. Take a bath. Do you shower? You know, do you brush your teeth with it? And the answer is no. And so bottled water, while it's convenient, it certainly it's better than some people's tap water, isn't the complete solution. And so, you know, the Carico water filter takes everything out of the water except the minerals.
Oh, man,
and the return on investment, and your return on investment, after a year, you're going to be saving money on not having to buy the bottled water. And then the worst thing of it is we've all done it. Put it on a shopping cart, then you got to lug it in the house. You got to find a place to put it.
So, Rob, that being said, first off, I could talk to you about this all day long, and I know we're just scratching the surface on some of Carico's products, and that's just one of them. I know they offer other things also, have to do with air and otherwise, but that being said, we're about out of time for this episode. So that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about either Carico's water filter or about some of the other products they have surrounding clean air and a lot of other things we didn't have time to go into today, what's the best way for them to reach out and to connect with you and your team?
The best way would be through the Carico Facebook page, or you can visit our website at www.carico.com, and we have a contact form that you can reach out to us, and we will get back to you promptly.
Fantastic. Well, Rob, really appreciate you coming on the show today to teach us more about what you're doing over at Carico and how you're helping both to, save consumers money, but also save the environment. I mean, bottled water problem that you're mentioning, that affects us all, and that's a big deal. So big work you're doing over there at Carico. So thank you for that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if we're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Luxury, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. I'd love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Rob, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you, Adam. I wish you the best of luck.